In today's topic, we are going to explain about AC generator. A generator is a device which is used for converting mechanical energy into electrical energy. A generator is just opposite of electric motor. A motor is a device which converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. The generator is a device which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. The designing of both generator and motor are almost same. Even one motor we can use as generator also. You can see here we have two types of generator, AC generator and DC generator. Because we have two types of current, AC alternating current, DC direct current. There are two different types of current, alternating current AC, direct current DC. In our building, the electricity that we are using is AC or DC.
Sir, AC.
Yeah, it is AC, not DC. Okay, we are consuming AC alternating current, but most of the devices in our building, means all the electronic devices like the TV, your computer, sound system. There are two types of devices in our building, in our home. They are electrical and electronic, and some are hybrid also. Electrical means you can take the bulb is electrical, okay, fan is electrical. So these are all electrical devices. Washing machine is electrical, a grinder, mixer are electrical. Electronic means computer is electronic, TV is electronic, the sound system is electronic. Hybrid means electrical devices which are having smart switches. So wherever smart switches are there or remote control switches are there, they have electronic part also. If there is electronic parts, electronic circuit in a device, compulsory it should be given DC, not AC. Most of the electrical devices in our home, they need DC, not AC. But we are providing them AC. And why we provide them AC, not DC? Even though they need DC, we are giving them AC. So inside all the devices, there is a special circuit for converting AC into DC and also to reduce the voltage. Can you connect mobile phone directly to 220 volt supply? Because your mobile phone need only 3 volt. That also DC. 3 volt DC is needed for charging your mobile phone. But we are plugging that on 220 volt line. Instead of plugging the mobile phone directly, we are plugging by using a charger. So this is a charger, Nokia charger. So what does the charger do? What is the function of a charger? There are two functions for the charger. One function is it will reduce high voltage 220 into 3 volt. For that there is a transformer. The device used for that is called transformer. This is the inside of the charger. In this you can see there is a yellow colored part here, this one. It is a transformer. This will convert 220 volt into 3 volt. Then after that you can see there are many electronic components here. Main part is a diode, and that diode and other using with other electronic components that convert AC into DC. So a charger means, a mobile charger means it is a device used for converting high voltage 220 into 3 volt plus it convert AC into DC. Then only it will be given to the mobile phone for charging. And also right now the lighting circuit, the lighting devices, the LED bulbs that we are using, they are all electronic, not electrical. And these LED bulbs, they need only low voltage. But we are providing 220 volt. If you open an LED bulb, at the back side of the LED bulb, there will be a same circuit like this. A transformer for reducing voltage from high voltage to low voltage, and also a diode circuit for converting AC into DC. That is there at the back side of the LED bulb. If you open the back side of that, you can see this much part will be there at the back side. A transformer for reducing the voltage and for a diode for converting AC into DC. We have two types of generators. The generator which produce alternating current and the generator which produce direct current, DC current. Before going to the explanation of AC generator and DC generator, you can see the current coming out of AC and DC. Can you see the graph here? In this graph, on the y-axis we are taking electric current. I is taken on the y-axis, current is taken on the y-axis. And if I take time on the x-axis, you can see this graph. This is the AC. alternating current from a generator, it increases from 0 to a maximum, then decreases to 0. That is positive part. Then after that it is going to the opposite side, negative side. It is increasing in the reverse direction, negative side, and coming back to 0. Again going to positive, and it is continuing like this. Such a current which changes the direction, plus minus, and also increase and decrease. So it periodically changes the direction. Such electric current is called alternating current. Such an electric current is called what? Alternating current. It changes the direction alternately, periodically. If you take the electric current from a battery or a cell, that is like this one. If you take current on the y-axis and time on the x-axis, you can see from a cell, always a steady current will be flowing, always in one direction, always positive, and it is not increasing and decreasing. A constant current is flowing. Such a current is called DC. So this is DC from a cell or a battery, and this is AC from a generator. Now listen here. The construction of a generator, it is just like the electric motor. The main part is a rectangular coil. ABCD is a rectangular coil of copper wire, insulated copper wire. Okay, ABCD is a rectangular coil of insulated copper wire. The side AB is connected to a ring here. You can see there is one ring. It is a full ring. This ring I will name it as ring R1. Ring R1 here. And that ring R1 is connected to a brush. The brush B1 is in touch with ring R1. Always brush will be pressing against ring R1. And this brush can be a graphite brush through which we can take out the electricity to the external circuit. And the side CD, the arm CD of the rectangular coil, is in contact with the ring R2. This ring I am naming R2. And that ring R2 is in contact with the brush B2 here. This is brush B2. So ring R1 will be always in contact with the brush B1. Even if the rectangular coil is rotating, okay, it is not fixed, they are just slipping. Okay, slipping the brush on the ring, and contact will be there always, but not fixed one. The same way R2 ring will be always in touch with B2. R2 will be always in contact with B2. R1 will be always in contact with B1, even if the rectangular coil is rotating completely. So this is the first part of the generator, a rectangular coil of insulated copper wire. The two ends of the coils are connected to two rings, R1 and R2. Ring R1 is in contact with the brush B1, ring R2 is in contact with the brush B2. And brush B1, from the brush B1 and B2 we can take the output circuit. In the output circuit you can connect a bulb, electric bulb, or any other device. So when the generator works, it will glow, it will give light because of the electricity flowing through the external circuit. And second thing, this rectangular coil ABCD is placed in a magnetic field. Is placed in a magnetic field created by field magnets. There are two magnets here, and one magnet north pole, other magnet south pole. From north to south, this direction, magnetic field lines will be moving in this direction from north to south. So this ABCD rectangular coil is placed in a strong magnetic field as shown in this figure, in the direction from north to south. This much only the construction of a generator. Now working of this one. A generator means, what is a generator?
Generator can convert mechanical energy into electrical energy.
Yeah, mechanical energy into electrical energy. So for mechanical energy we need some mechanical external force, isn't it? So usually through this ring one axle will be there. You can see a dotted line here. This dotted line is an axle. An axle is connected through inner side of the two rings. Through the two rings an axle is connected, and that axle is represented by this dotted line, and that axle can be rotated by using some mechanical energy. We can use the rotation of the tire of your bicycle if it is a bicycle dynamo. We can use the flow of water from a dam reservoir if it is a power generator. We can use the rotation of the turbine by steam pressure to rotate this. So when we rotate this axle, along with the axle this ABCD rectangular coil also will rotate in this direction. So we need a mechanical energy to rotate this ABCD rectangular coil. So when the rectangular coil rotates in between magnetic field, according to Faraday's law, there will be a change in magnetic field associated with this coil ABCD. Whenever there is a change in magnetic field associated with a coil, it will induce a current. So for inducing a current in the coil ABCD, we want to make a change in magnetic field. We have to make a change in magnetic field. To make a change, to create a change or change in magnetic field, we have to rotate the ABCD coil. For rotating the rectangular coil ABCD, we use this axle. When the axle is rotated by using some mechanical energy, the coil ABCD rotates between two magnets. That will develop, that will create a change in magnetic field. Because of that change in magnetic field, it will induce a current in the coil ABCD. Now for getting the direction of induced current, which rule we can use? Fleming's right hand rule. Fleming's right hand rule. Now we'll see in this case how the current is induced in at the side A, B and CD. When we take the two arms, two sides of the rectangular coil A, B and CD, according to the rotation of the rectangular coil ABCD, we can see what will be the direction of current induced in the coil. First we will take the side AB and apply your right hand rule. Okay, according to the right hand rule, your index finger should be in the direction of magnetic field. So magnetic field is from north to south, left to right. Okay, and the side AB, when we rotate the axle like this, as per this arrow, when the axle is rotated, the side AB will be moving upward. The side AB will be moving upward, this direction. So your thumb should be in this direction. Motion of the conductor is upward. That is force acting. F. Magnetic field is this one, B. That is from north to south. Then what will be the direction of current according to right hand rule? Into the screen or out of the screen? It is a three-dimensional figure.
Into the screen.
The ABCD is in a flat surface, in the horizontal surface. The rectangular coil is placed in a horizontal surface. So we can say from A to B or B to A. A to B means into the screen, B to A means out of the screen. So
A to B.
when we apply right hand rule, magnetic field is index finger, that is from left to right, and thumb is moving upward. So this middle finger is into the screen. Means at the side AB, current is flowing which direction? From A to B. Current is flowing from A to B. We can say the ring R1 is positive. The ring R1 is positive and R2 is negative, because current always flow from positive to negative. Okay, AB is connected to ring R1. So the brush also is in contact with that. So we can say brush B1 will give positive current. Brush B1 is positive and brush B2 will be negative. So inside the coil, current will be flowing from positive to negative. Okay, from R1 to R2, this way. At the same time, if you consider the arm CD, when the rectangular coil rotates this way, AB is moving upward, then CD will be moving downward, isn't it? If this one is a rectangular coil, if you consider this side as AB and this side as CD, when AB move upward, CD is moving downward, correct? When AB is moving upward, CD is moving downward. When CD move downward, what will be the direction of current induced here? When the AB is moving, when it is rotating this way, CD is coming downward. AB is moving upward and CD is moving downward. That time if you apply Fleming's right hand rule, when you apply Fleming's right hand rule, here the conductor is moving downward. This is the direction of force acting or motion of the conductor, and magnetic field is same from left to right. If you apply right hand rule, magnetic field is left to right and it is moving downward. Okay, moving downward, then direction of current is what? Then you can see the finger, middle finger is from C to D, out of the screen, C to D. So we can consider ring R1 is, this time ring R1 is positive and ring R2 is negative. So current is flowing ABCD direction. ABCD is the direction of flow of current in this first half, the first half of the rotation, first half of the rotation. Okay, now listen here. In the second half rotation, after one half of the rotation, then CD reaches this side and AB reaches this side. But the rings are same. AB is still in contact with the ring R1 CD is still in contact with ring R2. That contact is permanent. Brushes also say B1, B2. B1 is contact with R1, B2 is in contact with R2 only. Now when the CD reaches here, if it is rotating in the same direction, now CD is moving upward, correct? Got the point? The first half rotation, AB was moving upward and CD downward. After completing one half rotation, now CD is here, AB is here. Now CD is moving upward, AB is moving downward. So what is the direction of current now? Before the current was ABCD. Now the current is what? DCBA. Because at the side DC, it is moving upward. So current will be into the screen, D to C. And AB is moving downward. So current will be reverse direction, B to A. Before it was A to B. So what happens in the external circuit, the brush B1, it was positive before. The brush B1 was positive in the first half cycle. Now it become negative. And B2 was negative, now it become positive. Same way the rings also. The rings also, the polarity will change. So in the second half rotation, ring R1 become negative. Okay, ring R1 become negative. So brush B1 also become negative. Ring R2 become positive. Ring R2 become positive. Brush B2 also become positive. In the first half cycle, when the current was flowing from ABCD direction, the second half cycle current is flowing DCBA direction. Means each half rotation direction of current reverses. First ABCD, then DCBA. And such a current flowing in opposite direction or changing the direction periodically. Such a current is called alternating current. In a DC generator, this is DC generator. Okay. In DC generator, there is only one difference. That difference is at the rings. Can you see the difference? What is the difference between the rings of AC generator and DC generator? These rings are called slip, SLIP, slip rings. Slip rings. That is for AC generator. Okay. These full rings are called slip rings. And in DC generator, you can see it is split rings. It is split rings. It is also called split ring commutator. Split ring commutator. What is commutator?
So a device which can change the direction.
Yeah, a device which is used to change the direction of current. In DC generator also, the rectangular coil is same, magnet is same. Only the rings are having some changes. Two split rings are there. Instead of full rings, split rings are there. So when the rectangular coil ABCD rotates in this direction, same like in AC generator, in DC generator also, in the coil current induced is AC. Current induced is AC. But when we are taking that AC into the outer circuit, since the split ring exchange the position between the brushes, this is brush B1. Okay. This green one is brush B2. This split ring I am taking R1. And this ring I am taking as R2. The first half cycle, when AB rotates upward, current is into the screen from A to B. And CD is moving downward, so current is out of the screen, means C to D. That time ring R1 is in contact with the B1, ring R2 is in contact with the B2. So in B1 we will get positive current, B2 will be negative. So B1 is positive and B2 is negative in the first half rotation. The second half rotation, when one half rotation is over, the ring R1 will come into contact with the B2, brush B2, and ring R2 will go to B1. Means the two rings R1 and R2, they will exchange their positions between the brushes B1 and B2. After first half rotation, when CD start moving upward, the current will start flowing from D to C. When CD reaches this side and it moves upward direction, current will be flowing in CD, D to C. But by that time ring R2 will reach at this point. When ring R2 reaches here, and if the current is flowing D to C, 2 times direction is reversed. When 2 times direction reverse, it will become straight, isn't it? The first half rotation, in the side AB, current is flowing from A to B according to the right hand rule when we apply right hand rule. And CD current is flowing from C to D according to the right hand rule. Okay, if you show the index finger, the direction of magnetic field, and thumb in the direction of motion of the conductor, then middle finger is giving the direction from C to D at the side CD. and A to B at the side AB. So current is flowing ABCD direction. The second half rotation, when CD reaches the other side, current will be flowing DCBA direction. But when current flows DCBA direction, ring R1 and R2 also change, rotate. Ring R1 will come in contact with the B2, R2 will go to B1. So one time direction of current is changed inside the coil, inside the ABCD coil, because of the Fleming's right hand rule. And one more time the direction of current is changed because of the rings are exchanging. Suppose if you consider, can you see the pen now, right now here?
Yes.
In first half rotation, suppose, okay, one time the direction is changed. Okay, direction now it is upward, direction is changed downward. Because this direction change in the first half is because of the Fleming's right hand rule. At the side AB and the other side CD. So ABCD is the direction of flow of current. And the direction reverse, next half rotation the direction reverse. Okay, one time the direction is reversed because of the Fleming's right hand rule. And at the same time the rings R1 and R2 are changing the position, again direction is reversed. So in each half rotation, two times direction is reversed. One time the direction is reversed because of the right hand rule, other one more time direction is reversed because the rings are exchanging. If I change this direction two times, one time, again one more time, it will become straight, isn't it? So if you change the direction two times for a body, then one time it is changed, one more time it is changed, means it will come straight. It means at the side, at the brush B1 always will get positive and B2 always will get negative. Or in other words, in the first half rotation, ring R1 is positive, R2 is negative. The second half rotation, R1 become negative. When R1 become negative, by that time R1 will reach to B2. So at the side B2 will still get negative current. When R2 in the first half rotation, R2 is negative, second half rotation R2 become positive. By the time when it become positive, R2 become positive, it will come in contact with the brush B1. So in brush B1 always will get positive current, B2 always will get negative current. Means in the external circuit, current will be always flowing in one direction. In the external circuit of a DC generator, current will be flowing always in one direction. But inside the armature or inside the rectangular coil, current is AC. It is ABCD, DCBA, always changing. But externally we are getting only in one direction because the rings are exchanging their positions. Got it?
Yes, sir.
And one more point, you can see the graph of AC and DC here. AC is like this, it is increasing from 0 to maximum and decreasing again to 0, going back to reverse direction, negative maximum, coming back to 0. So this much is called a cycle, one cycle of AC. The same way if you see the graph of DC from a cell, this is the graph of DC from a cell or battery, it is a steady current, always flowing in one direction, only positive, and there is no increase or decrease, a constant current is flowing. But if you take the graph of DC from a generator, so this is DC from a cell or battery, and this graph you can see here, this is DC from a generator. The DC from a generator is not like DC from a cell. It is flowing only in one direction, only positive direction, there is no negative direction, there is no current here. Only in positive direction, but in positive direction itself, it is increasing from 0 to a maximum, then again coming back to 0, but it is not going negative, still again it is in positive only, increasing and decreasing. So this is called pulsating DC or ripple DC, DC with ripples, increasing and decreasing. So remember, the DC from a cell is constant, a steady DC, but DC from generator, it is only in one direction, but it is increasing and decreasing. From 0 to maximum, coming back to 0, again increasing to maximum. Such a DC is called pulsating DC, that is produced from a DC generator. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So there are more points to discuss about this AC and DC that I will explain to you in next class. Before that, I will show you the working of generator, the real generator. It is there in my own tube physics. In the old video, I will show you that working of the generator. Okay, this is the generator. It consists of an armature. This is the armature. It is insulated copper wire wound on a soft iron core. It can rotate between the magnets, and this soft iron core of the armature is fitted with an axle also. This is the axle. The other side of the axle you can see here, and this axle can be rotated by using this wheel. It is connected to the belt here, and the armature, when it rotates, the axle also rotates, and the axle is also fitted with two rings here. This is the rings. You can see these rings are not touching each other. Two rings are there. Okay. These are two slip rings, and the slip rings are in contact with the two brushes. This one brush, the other brush is at the bottom. This is the second brush. One brush is in contact with the first half, one ring. The bottom brush is in contact with this half of the ring. Two rings R1, R2, brush B1 and B2. And this is the field magnet. Field magnet, if I remove, okay. This red part is the north pole, blue part is the south pole, and you can see the axle and the insulated copper wire. This is the soft iron core on which insulated copper wire is wound. You can see here this soft iron core is not a thick metal, it is a laminated thin sheet of soft iron to reduce the eddy current. This is laminated soft iron core on which the insulated copper wire is wound, and it is kept between two magnets, strong magnets, north pole and south pole. And when we rotate the armature between the magnets like this, it will produce electric current. By using that electric current, we can glow these two bulbs. Okay, this is an AC generator. It is having two slip rings. Instead of these two full rings, if it is split, that will be a DC generator. You can see here when the armature rotates between the magnets, the bulb is glowing. Here there are two bulbs glowing. If I increase the speed, you can see the speed increases, the brightness of the bulb is increasing because more current is induced due to the large change in magnetic field.